Come talk WWE and AEW, but you always put WWE first here, BJ, and guess what? Take that shit, get it out of my fucking face. Really I know, because this one time, because you had no choice. Because what Tony Khan... It's because what Tony Khan did, as I called him a hero with the CM Punk situation. And I was like, what I said to you, Mike, is I looked you in your eyes. And I said, Mike, you're right. If they do not turn this into an angle, and they don't jump on this and make this video that they showed turn into something bigger, a way as a vehicle for Jack Perry to get over, then this is foolish. Well, guess what, Mike? What I got to see is the zenith of what I love about wrestling. The chaos of it. The crazy nature of it. The fucking stables. The swagger. Everything about Okada standing behind the Young Bucks. Next to Jungle Boy. J.B. Perry, baby. Stick it in fucking CM Punk's fucking mouth hole. Hell yes. Forget CM Punk. I got J.B. Perry, baby. Because this is exactly what I want. This is not even what I anticipated. And this is exactly what I wanted. I fucking love Tony Khan with his big dumb smile out there, getting jacked the fuck up, getting sent to the fucking draft room for the Jaguars with a neck brace on him, dude. And let me say something real quick. This is not the NWO. Don't confuse it for the NWO or anything like that.
Yeah,
this is something.
NWO was good.
This is something you've said it sucked for years and years and years and years. So shut
I said at first it was good.
This is exactly what AEW needed. An angle. A major fucking angle. Like I said, I rattled off stars that are missing. Kenny Omega, MJF. These guys are not there. Adam Cole. They're gone. They need something huge right now. The momentum, admittedly, was either stagnating or heading down for a little while there. Well, guess what, boys? We're blasting off like a Tesla rocket. That trajectory is damn near 90 degrees. Okay, we're heading right up. This is the shit that I wanted. I love the nature of it. I love Tony Khan with the neck brace. And this is what I meant to say. I'm getting a little out of breath here.
Can I read it?
I'm gonna name someone in particular, and he represents the problem that is infesting the Ring Rust Radio community and the wrestling community as a whole. His name is Andrew Sampson. Listen, guys. Okay?
I love it.
Here's the fucking deal.
This is fucked up.
You dirty fucking marks who are complaining that he's turning his head in a neck brace. You're getting worked, Jack! I can't fucking believe you guys right now. Shut up, sit back, shut up and enjoy it, okay? You fucking, if Triple H did this, you fucking, your brown-nosing asses would be like, he's a wrestling savant, he just gets the business. And this dude who used to have an E-Fed is living his wet fucking dream, and you're jealous of him. This shit is fun, this shit is entertaining, and if you're not a piece of shit snob, and just someone who genuinely enjoys wrestling, this angle was everything you wanted it to be, and more. I am so fucking excited for AEW moving forward. This is you said they needed a moment to change. I said it too. They needed a moment. They needed a fucking seismic shift. This is the beginning. You get all these fucking injured guys back. You stack the women's division. Ooh! Yeah, maybe they don't compete with WWE, but as a business, they are fucking more than viable, baby. They are more than viable. Forbes said they're worth $2 fucking billion. Well, guess what? Let's make it Tree 50.
Forbes just based that off something Melt says, but yeah.
Can I read a review from iTunes about Ring Rust Radio?
Yeah, sure. I mean, way to derail me, but yeah, fine.
This is from April 16th, 2022. 1 star, fix please, tons of exclamation points, unbearable. This was once my favorite podcast. However, Donald Wood has become so insufferable over the past several years, I stopped contributing on Patreon. I'm changing my rating to 1 star. Do better.
Super fitting after what we just listened to.
Wow, what, a differing opinion? You're not in an echo chamber? You're not surrounding yourself with confirmation bias?
Can I comment?
I mean, you didn't answer what I just said to you. Like, you hate my opinion, or what?
In any way.
Oh, I
formulate my own opinions always.
Yeah, sure, I'm sure.
So, you said this was like one of the greatest things you've ever seen. It was a moment.
It was the second greatest thing I've seen this week, and the other thing was also AEW, and it was a match. So I mean, yeah.
I'll start by saying this. There's Stone Cold stunnering Vince, and then there's Bully Ray landing on his ass through a table and taking Dixie Carter on the ride with him, right?
Pause 1 second, Michael.
Okay.
Honest time. Me and you talking man to man right now. I know.
I haven't even said anything.
No. But Mike, for the record, because this is you're doing a dickometer right here, and you're saying Bully Ray low point, never been worse than that. That's kind of your barometer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying to you is, and tell the truth, all your heart. Did I or did I not absolutely adore that angle?
Oh, I'm not denying.
So your scale is skewed, but I'm just saying your scale is skewed based on your opinion.
No, what you just said, all that can be your opinion. That's fine. I'm just expressing what my opinion is. Okay.
Well, you make it seem like fact, which is bullshit.
So I laid down what the scale was. Austin stunnering Vince to begin Austin 316, one of the greatest runs of all time. Dixie through the table with Bully Ray. This angle to me was absolutely closer to Dixie and Bully Ray than it was Stone Cold and Vince. This wasn't as bad as the Bully Ray and the Dixie thing.
Again, for the record, was not bad. Was not bad.
It's going to depend on where this goes. But here's what I'll say. I don't want Tony Khan ever on television in AEW, and I've always been consistent about this because Vince. Horrible person, obviously, but he's one of the greatest villains in pro wrestling history. He had the charisma. He was perfect for the role he was in. Tony is one of the most awkward people, and again, that's fine. But he's not cut out for being on television in pro wrestling. He's simply not. So, I don't want to see him on television in pro wrestling.
Had Jack Tunney, who was admittedly a charisma fucking vacuum.
Yeah, he was just a fucking figurehead.
And that's exactly what Tony Khan's going to be.
He was a figurehead.
He's not going to be Vince. He's going to be more like, again, an outsider authority figure.
In my argument, he shouldn't be anything. He shouldn't be on the product because it's worse.
Why? But hold on, Mike. Mike, when you think of AEW, he's the first person you think of. Who gets the most heat in AEW with you? It's him.
He doesn't get any heat from me.
Yes, he does. You fucking hate him. You call him a Muppet all the time. You make fun of his hair. You're a fucking mark for making fun of him. Why wouldn't you put him on TV?
Besides the fact that he fucking sold it horribly, and the beatdown was not even good. The Meltzer driver looked like fucking shit. Like it always
not true. It's a fucking spike. You love it when the brainbusters do the spike pile driver. You're a hypocrite.
Where's the heat here? Because it'd be one thing if the crowd was like, "Oh, fucking Tony Khan is beloved with them," and they shower the elite with booze and are fucking so pissed that they did this. But he's not that. He's not really a sympathetic babyface figure. Like. A lot of people don't want to see Tony Khan on the product, and a lot of people don't really care that he got beat up. It's not like
that's not true. Everybody was talking about this.
Fucking hated him and the character he portrayed, and popped like fucking crazy when Stone Cold beat him up. Like Tony doesn't elicit that kind of response. He's like fucking Casper Milquetoast over here. Nobody really cares.
You're so full of it. You obsessed with him, talking about him all the time.
What's the great thing this is leading to? Like, I'll wait and I'll see how it plays out, what great thing it leads to.
Well, you just brought a dude back with more hype than you ever would have. Admit the hype around Jack Perry is infinitely more now than it would have been at any other time bringing him back. After showing the CM Punk, the controversy over the video, they showed the angle with Tony Khan getting attacked.
You could have still done all this without the video.
Well, but you did the video. Fuck it. It caused a lot of people to be invested in this.
I don't think it did.
Then I think you're wrong. It's making headline. It's #1 on our big board. That means it's big shit, dude. Bigger than the fucking dumbass draft I watched. No, it's bigger than the dumbass draft that fucking wasted my time for 2 fucking nights.
But here's the thing. What is this leading to? So obviously Tony Khan's not going to be wrestling matches. If he is, oh my god.
He's not going to be wrestling matches. He's going to have a team of people on his behalf.
You have people coming back to. People are going to say FTR is going to save him. Like,
yeah, he's going to form a stable, dude.
Okay, who the fuck cares about that?
Tony Dangerously, dude.
Tony Khan as
that's pretty good. Tony Dangerously, right there.
Show, nobody cares.
That's not true.
Nobody cares.
Yo, you are obsessed. Every time he tweets, you're commenting about it. Every time he scratches his dick, you're like, "Oh, that's not how you should do it in this business." You're obsessed with him, dude. So to you, he's the face of AEW. So him getting beat the fuck up is a major deal, dude.
He's the person that runs AEW.
Vince McMahon was the face of AEW for years and years and years because he made it so. Well, guess what? Inadvertently or not, he made the blueprint. So Tony Khan is going to be judged against the fucking ghost of Vince McMahon. So that's
a bad thing for him because Vince was really good at.
Guess what? Him getting the shit, he was fine at getting the shit counted. It looked great on TV, dude, and I fucking loved every second of it. So I don't understand what your fucking problem is. It's a fun ass angle. I'm not. No one said it's so cold, but it's huge for them.
Let me say the positives really quick. I think that obviously it got them attention, and the main reason it got them attention is that Tony went through wear the neck brace during the the NFL draft, which was great.
Yeah, for real.
I'm glad they did that.
Don't complain about that, guys, because that's listen. Let's be real for 1 second, all of us. That's the Looney Tunes kind of bullshit that we really just ask for all the time, and thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Like camera angles in WWE. Thank you.
He was smart to do that because they showed him on TV, obviously. Like, he was obviously sitting front and center, knowing he'd be on camera in the Jaguars' war room. And obviously, if people see him, like, the Rich Eisen is going to talk about it, it's going to become a topic of conversation. Mm-hmm. So you get people talking in that sense, and then he gets an NFL Network interview out of it.
Yes, let's talk about this.
Either way.
No, not an ass himself. He compared Vince McMahon to Harvey Weinstein, and guess what?
He compared Pepsi to Harvey Weinstein.
Well, no. He
compared WWE to Harvey Weinstein.
Yes, and guess what? Very true.
Pepsi of pro wrestling, WWE's the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. And that's just, honestly, what he was doing was making light of sexual assault, but, you know, what?
No, he wasn't. He was calling Vince McMahon Harvey Weinstein, which is a very fair statement. Well, guess what? He was the face of it. And hey, if The Rock and John Cena know, they should be fired.
Well, how do we know if The Rock and John Cena know about this?
They've been conversing with Vince McMahon since he left.
Oh, so you think that
was a report that I watched? I believe I reported
all the sexual assault he was doing.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, so you know nothing. Got it. But either way, I'll just say that it was smart to try to get attention on a larger scale for AEW because that's really the only way they can get. Yeah, they're never going to compete with WWE, but to get that mainstream attention, I mean, your dad owns the fucking Jaguars. He funds AEW. Use that to your advantage. So that was a very smart thing to do. But other than that, I don't think you're getting a better television product because of it coming out of it. I don't think that whatever you're going to get, whoever is going up against the Elite coming out of this to avenge Tony Khan, that to me, I don't think is going to be compelling television. Maybe they prove me wrong, but as of now, it's not promising to me.
Okay. All right. No, now you got me reading the reviews here too. BJ, go ahead.
Let BG talk about this.
Hold on. This says my fave, but would be 5. He says commercials being the place of middle sentences. But it says edited, changed to 5 since Mike got verified. So that was 2 years ago. So, dude, it's all negative. Would be 5, but the abs. I absolutely love the show. I still gave it 2 stars. Fuck you. Every episode contains about an hour of Patreon plugs, Patreon exclusive content. Fuck you too, dude. Unbearable. This was once my favorite podcast. There you go. You read that. Used to be alright. Used to enjoy this podcast. I heard all 3 liberals throw their garbage politics around.
That guy.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, I'm a well-known anarchist. And if that bothers you,
any kind of liberal subject is ever brought up, you actually fight against it.
I honestly, yeah, I'm conservative in a lot of my viewpoints. Heck yeah, dude. Listen, don't let me throw my fucking politics into this. We don't want you to. We actually don't do that very often.
We actually just want BG to talk about this.
I don't even want to hear your wrestling takes.
You don't want to hear what would our political podcast be? I've never heard
your voice again in my life. I'd be perfectly fine, to be honest.
Dixons, baby, or something like that. Good.
I love this so much. I was not watching Dynamite live, but I did text George, who was watching live. I was like, hey, when Jack Perry's on with Tony Khan, text me, because I want to watch it. And he did. And I watched it live, and I immediately told Mike, you have to watch this. It was so much fun, so entertaining, in good and bad ways. Mm-hmm. We all know the bad ways. right? I mean, we don't really need to go over that. You guys just went over it. I think, Donnie, you would agree. It's kind of like car crash TV. It's just,
yes,
it's bad.
For sure.
It's bad, but we like it, right? So I understand that. I appreciate it. I'm all about this entire storyline. I think this was a brilliant thing to do. I think it's going to go down as one of the best moments of 2024. I think it's easily probably their best moment of 2024. It was so entertaining, and the possibilities, I think it's the perfect timing. Because typically they're starting to build towards blood and guts. And what I do think is going to happen here is you are going to have, not maybe, it's Tony Khan's group in a way, because I don't really think he's going to be on TV. Because he originally said he didn't want to be on TV. He has done some spots over the years, but I don't really think he wants to be on like that. And I think I would hope that a lot of people...
No. If this was he had to take a beating for this angle to work.
Fine. What I'm going to say is I just hope that people or he recognizes like you're not really a character fit for pro wrestling, like Mike was saying. I think most people can agree with that.
Yeah.
So what I do think you can have though, and I'm not going to start claiming to know what someone's health status is, like I'm Dave Meltzer, but Kenny Omega currently on the sidelines not wrestling, and he's doing a great thing with his gaming streams, and people are really paying attention to what he's saying. I know he's going to be on television. What I think you can have happen here is it's the Young Bucks on one side of the company as EVPs, and they have Okada and Jack Perry and other heels going up against a Kenny Omega and his side of the company. So you almost have this mini invasion, which over 20 years later, they could do better than WWE did because you have all that inherent knowledge now. And you start building to something like Blood and Guts. And you really lean into, which I've always wanted, the Young Bucks, really, because I don't like the Young Bucks. So the fact that they're EVPs and they're leaning into that and being heels, I want even more. I said to you guys heading into Dynasty, I want them to have like a corrupt referee on their side. I want a whole bunch of things. So yes, take things from like WWE's invasion, take things from the NWO and their invasion, put it all to your own spin. And that does really rejuvenate your company. To me, everything, like, listen, the CM Punk thing, I didn't agree with it. I was shocked that they went through with it. They got ratings for that segment. It didn't hold. But now you do have people talking about this. Maybe they'll tune in. And either way, you have to then continue to generate interest. I think this is always a great way to generate interest. And they have so much inherent knowledge. Mike and I are going to be telling people later about AEW, how they have a lot of creative minds in the company. Lean into that and start building some of those secondary storylines that then bleed into this one, right? Now you can see Kenny Omega trying to recruit people. You can see the Young Bucks and Jack Perry, kind of trying to recruit people.
And none of this includes the world title either.
No, and then eventually it doesn't. It could.
But it doesn't even need to. You have an entirely different thing going on.
100% right. You don't even need to do that right now until maybe it's like, hey, Okada's going to go after Swerve for the championship. Oh, now we have the championship, and Kenny Omega decides to get it back, or vice versa. Because I always really do enjoy when the top storyline is about the championship. The whole thing with Vince and Austin, as much as they hate each other, the core of that was the championship. Stone Cold wants the title because that represents the control of the company. Vince, as owner, did not want him to represent the company as champion. So eventually, I do want this to build into the championship.
Okada forgot about the championship on Dynamite.
They totally forgot about the championship on Dynamite, and everyone called him out for it. So I definitely think that they will correct that moving forward. But here, I think it is a great building block for the rest of the year, and a company that really needed that. So I am 100% on board with the storyline. I loved it. No, it wasn't flawless. A lot of it was hokey. You can make fun of a lot of it. You can make fun of Tony Khan after the fact, and I don't agree with the way he went about his interviews after the fact, but him being in a neck brace, we love that. We always call for that. I wish it was a fucking full body cast of how much I love that type of shit.
100% agreed on that.
They did a lot of good things. They did some bad things, but I think the good overall does outweigh the positive for generating interest in your television product, and hopefully, come Dynamite tomorrow, they can build upon that.
Yep, and that's the key with all of this, and all of wrestling too. Great angles, great moments, create memories. But the real memories are made when you build a storyline, like the Bloodline, Cody beating Roman. That was such a big moment because of what they had built for so long. So please, let's follow through. We got good momentum. Let's keep riding, baby.
And what could be good here, WWE's having their draft, and over 20 years ago, one of the big storylines was like, hey, Stone Cold is a free agent. Over the years, they've done, hey, this person's a free agent. You have these authority figures jockeying for position to get that free agent. Well, now you're going to have potentially, my storyline prediction is Kenny Omega on one side, maybe Tony Khan, the Young Bucks over here. And when MJF is ready, he's the big guy that they're jockeying to get position from and to get him on their side. And that builds MJF right back to the top of the company.
Yeah, and you also don't forget Adam Cole will be back at some point. So yeah, I'm excited for a lot of things going on. I know that Mike's a hater, and
I'm not a hater. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, and it sucks. Your opinion sucks.
I know that you just blindly like everything they do.
That's not true. That's not true.
It is true. That's 100% true.
No. I liked TNA when it was at its worst. I liked bad ECW at the very, very end.
I know. If something's going up against WWE, you'll say everything they do is great. We know that. That's long established.
No, I do tend to enjoy companies that say, fuck you, WWE. You're right about that.